This is gonna be a shit show, but I'm here with the only flu player with an IQ that's higher than double digits. So what did you play, and what place did you get?
Well, this past weekend, I played Floowandereez.
Damn, that's crazy.
Anti-tier Floowandereez. I know, shocker.
Damn, that's crazy. Why'd you play birds? Why didn't you play tier?
So actually, funny story. I didn't think I was gonna have tier, and then randomly, my friend decided to buy a case of Pope. And,
Wonder who
pulled an entire tier core for me.
That's crazy.
And I didn't really practice with it, so I was like, fuck it. I've got this together. I feel confident that I could beat tier, and I was right because I didn't lose to a single tier. Except for Joey, because he's cracked. That's not my
Damn, but then you beat Sky Striker. I heard you played Striker round 2.
I want anybody to beat 4 Lightning Storm and triple M pen and plus combo. I want anybody to beat that, and then you can talk to me.
Okay, right? Before we get into it, any shoutouts?
Shout out to Los Barbies, my group, including Tracer YGO right here.
Oh, geez. No shout out to Whole Foods?
Shout out to Whole Foods. I gotta Whole Foods all day. That's my place. Also, I mean, I'm be honest, Birds Floowandereez is not the hardest deck. I've played it out on and off since it came out. I just kind of thought what was good against tier. I put it together, tested it a little bit, and it worked.
All right, let's get into the list.
All right. So a little shocking, I know, but I did play triple Rabina.
Can you flip them the other way?
Oh, yeah. Sure,
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, triple Rabina.
Triple Bobina.
Triple Eglin.
Triple Bird. Yes.
Now, this is actually a little different than normal. I did not play a single copy of Street because it is garbage. If anybody is playing Street still, sorry, don't. That's a double IQ play for a flu player. You need to play double Toucan. Toucan is cracked, especially in this version of the deck, because I play a lot of banish cards, more than standard at least. It's more than just shifter. Being able to recycle your M pen, going for the kill shot with M pen, and also there's no shufflers to interrupt the street for your summon chain. Toucan is just way better.
Okay.
Also, it helps with the consistency to have at least 8 birds, 8 little ones. Those are the 3 ofs, or well, the little birds. Then we got the 2 statue. I liked it. I think double statue is where you should be playing right now. You could always set up double statue when they just try to run over the first one. It's good to have a second one for a second end board. That's normally what I did. I set up the first one, they outed it. Then you set up another one. They can't really out the second one, most likely. Then we got double M pen. And then the last big bird in the main is Ryza. I do play Mist Valley, but it's in the side deck because it's not very good against tier, and this is a tier format. So you play these 3 as your big birds. You should never play more than 3 big birds because the problem with this deck is bricking. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if any flu player could ever say this. 9 rounds of regionals did not brick a single game.
That's crazy.
And then the last monsters are, of course, the Triple G shifter.
Dude, I heard this card should be banned. It's crazy.
Right now, there's a lot of other cards that should be banned.
No, I think we should ban. We ban shifter, bro. It fixes the format.
I think we should ban Tracer. Yeah.
You're fucking dick.
As all the monsters.
Okay.
Spells, we got, of course, triple map.
Yeah.
Pretty standard there. Of course, the triple advents. Advent is pretty crazy. Gets you all the synergy. Gives you life points. Actually, not gonna lie. Advent is the reason I did not die once because my opponent put out 8,100 damage, and I was able to Advent to give me that little extra bit. It let me survive, and I came back on the crackback, and I beat him.
Damn.
Then we got, of course, the 6 pots. Anybody who plays Extravagance, I'm sorry, don't. It's bad. You should not play it.
What the hell? I heard Extra is better than Prosperity, according to the best bird player in North America.
I'm sorry. I think... No. If you're playing Extrav in any quality or any quantity, I think you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Damn, that's crazy.
Again, did not break a single game. So
oh, boy. And the 3 Dark Ruler?
Yeah, 3 Dark Ruler, of course. And then these are the other banish cards I played in the main. Triple Di-Fi. Di-Fi is insane because it's actually not terrible going second against the tier player because they have to address it. It baits out the Pellegrino if they have it. It baits out the Crime more often than not. It's actually like really strong, and then going first is just an added floodgate to your board because like you end on like M Pen, Statue, Di-Fi, and then the other card in here that I'm playing, 2 copies of Necro Valley in the main.
Damn.
I feel like you should play at least. I was thinking about playing 3. I decided to cut it to 2. and I think it was fine. I was able to see it very, very often, especially because I'm also playing a copy of Terraforming, a copy of Set Rotation.
So why set rotation in the main deck?
So Set Rotation, actually, a lot of utility for it. For one, against that striker player that opened 5 evens match, I was able to stop the 5th one because when he entered battle phase, I chained my set rotation, so he controlled the card, so you can no longer do evenly matched. So it stops evenly.
Okay, that's
it also gives me more consistency to get to my map if I need it. It also can interrupt my opponent's planet, the tier planet, if they try to pop my field spell, pop my barrier statue. I can chain the set rotation to the activation. Their field spell's no longer on the field, so it resolves without effect. They don't get to pop my card anymore.
Oh man, big brain plays.
And then lastly, if I already have a map, then I could always just give them a map and then give myself Necro Valley to end on. Every time I ended on, at least in game 1, I ended on Necro Valley, like M-Pen statue. It's just game. They could not be that. They could make Baguska, but then like nothing else. They would have to try to make Baguska and then pray that they could like go into Zeus, but they're giving me another turn to basically out the Baguska, which is pretty easy when I'm also playing Dark Ruler in the main, and I still do play the one continuous spell in the main. This card is really crazy. I love this card. I don't ever want to side it out. I think it's so good. Such a good second search off of M-Pen. Also, with the Toucan combo, you could tribute going second or going third. You could tribute over like 2 or 3 of your opponent's cards, because this the effect to tribute over cards is not once per turn. The only once per turn is the draw effect. It's nuts. It's so good going second.
I heard you're supposed to side it out, but I could be wrong.
Hey, again, I didn't break a single game. I did really well. All things considered, playing Flu in a tier 0 format. This card is insane. I don't think I'll ever side it out.
Crazy. All right. It's for the main deck, or you got the one trap,
I got
right?
the one trap, of course.
Damn.
That rounds it out to 40 right
Damn,
there.
that card's free.
It's
No,
good.
good.
It's still good. Like the only problem is that everybody's playing like tactics in the main, so it
for
sucks,
sure.
But it's still not bad. And then the book effect, after you tribute summon, you can banish it to book all your opponent's monsters. It does come up. It's pretty good.
No, for sure.
I would never take it out.
No, for sure.
It's also way better than the counter trap. So, and I think we go to the side next.
Yeah, and then you just show off the extra deck later, because I don't think any that really matters.
That's pretty true. We got the one Mist Valley. I got the one Harpies, triple Ultimate Slayer. So the thing about here, then we got the Raigekis,
All the board breakers.
triple Featherstorm, double Trap Trick, and then the last traps are 2 metaverses. I'm not gonna lie, I really did like the side deck. I think it was pretty good. I don't know what else you could play instead of it. One thing you might be thinking is maybe more back row outs, right? Because the deck does struggle against Zombie World, and every tier player is gonna side in Zombie World for game 2. The only thing is that I have 4 technically, because Ultimate Slayer is not only an out to fusions or X seeds. They're gonna end on like Baguska, or maybe they'll end on some fusion boards with the tier traps. But Ultimate Slayer is insane because whatever you send, whether it's sending for Baguska, if you're sending it for a fusion, it sends for cost for 1. So even if they crime it, you could still send your material or whatever you're sending. So for Baguska, you send here. I'm just going to cut it real quick here. You would send the Aggregator. Aggregator's effect is when it's sent to the graveyard, you get to target a card your opponent controls and it negates it for the turn. So just target Zombie World and negates it.
Yeah.
And then for the fusion target, I have Entis, of course. Entis, everybody knows,
the pop
a card. And again, that's just if they negate it, you still get these cards to out the Zombie World.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is also technically like a Zombie World out. And honestly, another thing about this people don't really know is that it's not once per turn.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. It's basically Dark Ruler, but like sometimes better.
Once I opened 2 copies of it, and I was like, damn, like this is such a brick. And then I like reread it while my opponent was coming off, and I'm like, oh.
Anyways,
insane.
Slayer
and
effect?
again, yeah, it sends for cost. It's not once per turn. If your deck can afford to play this, it's also not that expensive right now, about $20 each.
So all I'm hearing is they play Drytron now, right?
There's another reason why you don't play Drytron, and that's the Bystials.
What the hell? I heard you should play the Visceral in this deck. You contribute over Duraswarm to summon like Apex, and then you trigger your Apex and then Duraswarm all in one chain.
Hey, all I know is that dragons did worse than me.
Hey, what the hell?
We'll get to that one later. But, this is mostly just for the rogue matchups.
No, yeah, for sure,
the
for
deck
sure.
can struggle against rogues since I teched it out against tier specifically.
For sure, for sure.
Like against Sprite, I went against Sprite. I went against Striker. Again, if that Striker player didn't open so insane,
Damn,
the Mist Valley would have put in so much more work.
it's crazy.
Raigekis do really good against Sprite when you combine it with Dark Ruler if they set up their little negate board.
Yeah.
But normally, I mean, Raigeki. It's not once per turn to destroy all the monsters. Then lastly, the traps here.
Just side everything in half of the time.
When you're going first, depending again, if it's Rogue, I'm not siding in Metaverse because like Necro Valley doesn't do anything unless.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But trap these 5. I mean, it's just 5 copies of Featherstorm.
Damn, the basic Featherstorm transfer combo.
It's
Damn,
stupid. Yeah.
I heard Drytron can play this. We should play Drytron this format, right?
No,
Damn,
no,
that's-
no, don't play that.
No, you're good. It just shows all your Slayer targets.
Yeah, pretty much the Slayer targets. I've got this in case I have to do it.
It shows your the cards I play sometimes when I'm under Zombie World.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the Zombie World outs as well on the main deck. You've got the Lyrolisk into the Downerd into the Zeus, or double material Zeus. Even if they have a Solik, you can just chain the Zeus again. That's pretty self-explanatory.
What if I just crimed your Zeus one day?
I'd probably stick you.
Just my soft spot, real hard.
And you got the Anima, of course. I never made it. I never thought I needed it. But I mean, the extra deck's not really important, so you might as well play it in case.
No, yeah, for sure.
I did play this because I heard a lot of people were trying out Dogmatica for whatever reason, but it's there just for that.
Just didn't want to get Maximus.
If I got, I mean, that's what I say. If they decided to play it for whatever reason, I'm not gonna lose to a bad player. So
Yo, the hell?
Nova, bad text, I should say.
Yeah,
I
engage
did go
effect.
These are all the Slayer targets.
The aggregator,
I
the
got
Pegasus,
triple Lentis, and then I did do the one Garura.
the draw one. Damn, draw prosperity off the top.
So that's the thing, right? Like, obviously, you don't want to like send these draws in order to like get to prosperity, but the prosperity is a unsearchable 3-of, so there are chances where you don't see it. But if you were to do it this way, say you have a double Ultimate Slayer, you can send the Garura to get to out the fusion. You get to draw a card off its effect. You send a Link to out, like, say, Sprite Elf. You get to draw, and then you get to recycle one. So if you draw into a Big Bird, you can just recycle that, also another draw. And then you still have a triple duality and the continuous spell. You could wind up drawing 4 cards and searching 3. So I feel like it's just like another solid alternative.
That's fair. All right, last thing. I see you're not playing the Live Twin Link 4 or the Evil Twin, whatever it's called. Your thoughts? Why not? Is that card's mid?
That card's pretty mid, yeah.
What the hell? I heard it outs everything in the game.
So, like, again, it's really strong in a vacuum, but you got to think about the deck already struggles with breaking.
I think you just play more bricks, I think.
No. I don't know if you noticed. There's a lot of search, a lot of synergy here with the deck. I don't want to play more bricks, and I didn't want to waste a side slot. Like, the Mist Valley basically take the Evil Twin spot, and then...
you should test next time for the next regional, Small World with Earthbound Immortal.
Yeah, that's added consistency, but you're also throwing a really bad card in there. So,
Nah, yeah, I think you're lying to me.
So yeah, I mean, that's about it. Got 24th place. 2 losses, 1 tie. Tied into time against tier. Obviously, that's a big problem that could happen.
Yeah, no burn cards besides. I mean, no cards in case bad situations happen. I mean, right?
Yeah. Bad situations happen. Sometimes you activate admin. Sometimes it's not enough. And then, yeah,
for sure.
Joey got 19th place. He's an insane player. Played tier.
Bro, he's on the Plunder Patrol again. That's insane.
He got 11th place at Nationals. I mean, that guy's insane. What can I say?
Crazy man.
And then I got sacked the fuck out of by Skystrike. I'm not gonna let that go. But
that's fair. All right.
That's about it.
All right. Thanks.